Toronto police have announced the details of 2 arrests in connection with a shooting at a street festival last month that left 2 men dead. The CBC's Michelle Song was at that news conference at police headquarters that just wrapped up last hour. So Michelle, what new details have we heard from police on those arrests and the investigation?
Yeah, Arthi, so 2 18-year-old men have been arrested and charged. They are facing 2 counts of first-degree murder each and 5 counts of attempted murder among a longer list of charges. But investigators wouldn't say what the motive for this attack was. We know it was a targeted attack. When they arrived on scene, when officers arrived on scene, there were 7 people suffering from gunshot wounds. 2 young men died, as you said earlier, Shaquan Kwashi, 25 years old, and Cesar Vernassa, 20 years old. Some people experience life-altering injuries, not life-threatening, but life-altering injuries. And the investigators initially said that there was an exchange of gunfire within the crowd of the Salsa and Clair festival. But later they found that it was actually a gunfire that came out of only 1 gun. They wouldn't say which of the 2 suspects fired the gun, but they said that that will be later revealed in court. There was also speculation over the past couple weeks that whether or not there was gang violence involved. Police and investigators say that they would not comment on that. They wouldn't comment on the criminal history of these 2 suspects. But the chief did talk about how it is important to address that issue of public safety here instead.
What we need to address is the egregious behavior, which is the willingness of some people to pick up firearms and shoot them off in our public spaces. That's the issue. Labeling it, as the detective sergeant said, oversimplifying the issue by adding a tagline to it is not addressing what's at stake here, which is people's sense of safety and security, and we've lost 2 lives. That's what we're dealing with. We're talking about people who are prepared to pick up guns and fire them in public spaces. That's what needs to be addressed.
So, Arthi, there were a total of 5 guns that were recovered throughout this investigation, 2 at the scene of the crime, 2 at one address, 1 recovered at another address. The chief also spoke to, directly speaking to the public of Toronto, trying to kind of quell their concerns around these street festivals and just feeling unsafe at these larger crowd events. He spoke a little bit about that as well.
I know what happened at Salsa on St. Clair was deeply unsettling. It shook people's confidence and left many wondering whether they could safely attend public events. I understand the concerns, but I don't want fear to stop people from enjoying everything our great city has to offer. Our officers will continue to have a visible policing presence at festivals and community events across the city this weekend. And I encourage people to come out, support your local communities, and enjoy time with your families and friends.
So many people will know in this city that this weekend, Taste of Danforth is kicking off. That is a very popular street festival in the city. Police are expecting more than 1 million people to attend over the course of the weekend. They say that they will be boosting police presence at that festival. But the chief wouldn't say per se whether police presence, whether there will be heavy police presence at all street festivals this weekend or throughout the history of street festivals in Toronto. So we will have to watch and see for that. But there will be an ensurement of safety this weekend, says the chief. Arthi.
Okay, Michelle, thanks for this. That's the CBC's Michelle Song reporting from Toronto.